So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now the play clock in issues, so Gus Bradley's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. They'll give Yeldon another crack. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is third and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing now is Bortles. Forced out, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They come up in an offset eye. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Prescott. Brent trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Play clock winding down. And now the play clock in issues, so Gus Bradley's going to call a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Bortles now on first down. Robinson's got it. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at cornerback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Green 90. Green 90.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're a man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Bortles to throw for it on. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds.
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Here we go.
They run for it with Morris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Alfred Morris could not bowl his way in. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And now out come the Jags. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. Call it a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And that's going to be incomplete. You know, we saw some fun things around the NFL in Week 6. You had a nose tackle, Dontari Poe, get into the end zone. Kobe Fleeter, a tight end, ran a sweep into the end zone. Interesting week.
The college game does have an influence on the NFL. Kobe Fleeter, that was a jet sweep that normally you see in the college game more than anywhere else. Dontari Poe, they use him really as like an extra tight end, and he caught a pass. It really became a lateral, and he dove in. How about in Buffalo? Well, I saw option, and we saw direct snap to LaShawn McCoy for touchdowns.
On 1st down, Bortles. It's complete to Robinson. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they get 28 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Bortles now on 1st down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protected.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Slow.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So now they'll try it again as they line up to go for 2.
Here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Come on, let's go!
Here's Prescott. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Hey, here we go now.
Bortles now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he'll cut a touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, 30 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Well, during the last commercial break off air, you and I were going back and forth comparing who's done well in the receiving game so far across the league. Who do you have down through week 6?
Well, Julio Jones, of course. Remember that big game against Carolina where he had, 300 yards plus in receiving? I mean, he was a monster in that one. A.J. Green continues to be one of the best receivers in the league. Amari Cooper continues to develop for Oakland. And how about Greg Olsen in Carolina? A tight end on that list. He's number 2 in the league right now in receiving.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go now. Left.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 34 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best.